Let's be honest, the job search journey is rarely the highlight reel. People post online, it's not glamorous. It's not linear, it's not all excited to share that I've accepted a new position. Most of the time it's quiet, invisible, messy. It's waking up with good intentions and going to sleep feeling like you're not doing enough. It's sending resume after resume into the void. It's watching people who got laid off after you already announced their next chapter, while you're still refreshing your inbox. It's applying to jobs you're overqualified for and still not hearing back. It's starting to question if your career even meant anything. It's wondering if you've somehow slipped through the cracks and no one noticed. This is the part no one talks about. So let's talk about it. Let's normalize the silence between interviews. Let's normalize the days when you just don't feel motivated. Let's normalize the emotional weight that comes with every rejection. Not because you weren't good enough, but because you cared. Let's normalize being human in a system that often treats people like keywords and filters. Because if you're walking through this right now, the exhaustion, the uncertainty, the mental tug of war, I want you to know something. You're not alone. This is your job search diary. Even if you've never written it down, you're living it, and you're doing better than you think. Maybe today your win was rewriting your cover letter with more truth and less perfection. Maybe it was not refreshing the job board for once and taking a walk instead. Maybe it was reaching out to someone you admire and starting a conversation that wasn't about asking for help, but about connecting. Maybe it was showing up to an interview a little more like yourself than the rehearsed version. Or maybe your win today was just not giving up, even though you wanted to. That counts, that's real. That's powerful, because searching for a job isn't just about landing something, it's about becoming someone. It's about learning how to sit with uncertainty and still take action. It's about finding your voice when the world feels silent. It's about rebuilding your sense of worth without needing someone else to validate it. That's hard work, that's deep work, and that work deserves to be seen, even if the only one seeing it is you. So if no one claps for you this week, I will clap for the courage it takes to submit on an application after a string of rejections. I will clap for the maturity it takes to not take silence personally. I will clap for the strength it takes to keep showing up, even when it feels like nothing is moving, because something is moving. You're building something that can't be seen on a resume. You're building resilience. You're building clarity. You're building a deeper version of yourself that won't just take the next job, but will choose the right one. So here's what I want you to remember. The job search isn't just a waiting game. It's a self-trust game. It's a belief game. It's a who do I want to become in the process game. And you're playing it day by day, thought by thought, step by step. This chapter will not last forever, but it will shape who you become next. So write it, document it, share it if you want, or just live it in quiet strength. Because one day when you land something that truly fits, not just in title but in spirit, you'll look back on this chapter not as the hard time, but as the becoming time. The time you found your fire again. The time you came home to your worth. The time you realized you were never just looking for a job. You were looking for yourself. And now you're getting closer. There's something that happens after loss, after disappointment, after a chapter ends before you were ready. Something quiet but devastating. You stop dreaming as big as you used to. You shrink your wants without even noticing. You lower your expectations, not because you want less, but because you're afraid of being hurt again, afraid of hoping too much, afraid of getting attached to something that might not happen, afraid of feeling that sharp ache in your chest again, the one that comes when dreams die faster than you can catch them. So you make yourself small, thinking it's safer. You say, I just want something stable. You say, I'll take whatever comes. You say, maybe I was asking for too much before. You start to believe that dreaming big was the mistake, not the systems that failed you, not the timing that wasn't ready, not the external factors you couldn't control. You start to believe the lie that dreaming big is dangerous, reckless, naive. But it's not. Dreaming big was never the problem. Losing faith in your ability to rebuild after disappointment, that's the wound. And that's the wound that needs your attention now. Not because you have to hustle harder, not because you have to fake positivity, but because your dreams, the real ones, the ones that stretch your soul, the ones that light up your face when you talk about them, those dreams are part of your aliveness. They are sacred, they are not luxuries. They are not extras, they are not things you earn. When you've proven yourself worthy enough, They're clues to who you are. They're anchors in the storm. They're the fuel that will carry you through the hard, messy, slow parts of rebuilding your life. And you are still allowed to have them even now. Especially now. You are allowed to want work that feels like a calling. Not just a paycheck. You are allowed to want mornings that feel like possibility, not dread. You are allowed to want colleagues who see you, respect you, uplift you. You are allowed to want to lead, to create, to innovate, to build something new. You are allowed to want financial abundance without sacrificing your soul. You are allowed to want a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. You are allowed to want to feel proud of what you do and of who you become along the way. And no, you don't have to justify those dreams to anyone. You don't have to shrink them to make other people comfortable. You don't have to apologize for having a heart that still dares to want more. Even after loss try to scare you into settling. You don't have to rush to explain yourself to the world that wants your dreams to fit into tidy boxes. You just have to honor them, protect them, water them, even when they feel fragile. Even when the path is unclear, even when no one else claps yet, especially then, because dreams are not measured by how quickly they come true. Dreams are measured by how faithfully you hold them. Even when reality tells you it would be easier to let go. Dreams are measured by the small, stubborn choices you make every day. The emails you send, the risks you take. The rooms you enter, the ideas you share, the kindness you show to yourself in the long, waiting seasons. Dreams are measured by the quiet courage to believe that just because it didn't happen yet doesn't mean it won't. Dreams are measured by your willingness to trust that delay is not denial, that detours are not dead ends. That becoming who you're meant to be sometimes requires standing in the unknown longer than you thought you could. So if today you find yourself tempted to lower your vision just to avoid disappointment, pause, breathe. Remember, protecting yourself by abandoning your dreams is not real protection, it's self-betrayal. And you've come too far to abandon yourself now. Your dreams deserve your loyalty. Your dreams deserve your patience. Your dreams deserve your belief. Even now, especially now. Even after the rejection letter. Even after the unanswered email. Even after the closed door. Even after the silence. Stretch longer than your courage. Because courage isn't never doubting. Courage is doubting and still daring to believe again. Courage is being willing to redream after reality cracked your heart open. Courage is saying, maybe not that dream, maybe not that door, maybe not that timeline, but something good is still coming. Something better, something truer. Something that matches who I'm becoming, not just who I used to be. You are still allowed to dream big, not because it's guaranteed, but because dreaming is part of your design. Because dreaming is an act of defiance against fear. Because dreaming is how you build a life, not just survive it. And yes, dreaming will ask things of you. It will ask for your faith when you have no proof. It will ask for your effort when you have no energy. It will ask for your vulnerability when you'd rather armor up. But it will also give you things in return. It will give you direction when everything else feels blurry. It will give you energy when everything else feels heavy. It will give you resilience when everything else feels hopeless. It will give you yourself, not the smaller, safer, shrunken version, but the real, wild, courageous one. And that self is who you'll need most in the chapters ahead. So don't shrink your dreams to fit your fear. Expand your courage to match your dreams. Don't let disappointment teach you to stop wanting. Let it teach you to want deeper, to want with more wisdom, to want with more compassion for yourself and others, to want with a clear understanding that dreams are not guarantees. They are invitations. Invitations to rise, to trust, to stretch, to become. And you, my friend, are still very much invited. So take the risk, hold the vision. Make space in your life again for something bigger than your current circumstances. You don't have to know exactly how it will happen. You just have to know that you're still allowed to want it. You just have to know that your dreams are still alive, and so are you. Breathe life into them. Speak them aloud, write them down. Move toward them one brave, wobbly, holy step at a time. The future still has room for your biggest dreams, and you, exactly as you are, exactly where you are still worthy of living them. Always have been, always will be.